everyone. This is Nick from the Pal Times, and I am alongside Coach Gosek from the Oswego State men's hockey team again. Coach, just before we get started, we're here today because it's Tuesday morning, and you guys are supposed to be on the road today and playing in Stonehill, but got canceled. Probably the good call with the storm. Disappointing for you guys on a team that you don't really see too much getting canceled.
Well, obviously we would like to play the game. It's an opportunity again to continue to build on what we have going. But I think obviously with the weather, the decision really was made more or less Sunday night, Monday morning early. Their governor shutting down all the roads, no unnecessary travel, calling for 3 feet of snow in the Boston area. So, with classes starting up and our SUNYX schedule continuing on Saturday, we certainly didn't want to be stuck in Boston for 3-4 days until things cleared up. So it was the right decision. Whether or not it'll be rescheduled, we'll see if we can work out a date that works for both teams.
And Coach, if we could just move over to your team. This past weekend, Sean Holshoff named SUNYX Player of the Week. Can you just talk about his play lately? He's really picked up at a 4-point night the other night. Then also, if you could talk about, Alex Wojton as well. He's actually has more points per game this year than Sean. And I think both of them have been playing pretty well. Can you talk about those two guys?
Well, they have. I think both of them have raised their level of play here the last 3-4 weeks. Raised their level of play, first of all, starting off with just working harder, and as we said with Kenny Neal and with Galati also, I think it stems first of all from just them getting back to work, and getting back to work meaning moving their feet, being more aggressive with and without the puck, making things happen, quite frankly expending some energy. And when you do that, you get second chance opportunities. You have to be able to work to get to those areas. That's the bottom line. Everything can't be a highlight reel goal, as we say. And so I think Holshoff and Wojton both, you get this time of year, and then, for some guys it clicks, saying, geez, the season's going to be over before we know it. And all of a sudden the intensity level raises up. As coaches, if you had a secret button you could press to make that happen all year long, would certainly press it. I think it's human nature that there's highs and lows throughout the season, and you try to overcome it, and you try through communicating, talking with the players, and getting them to play at a high level all the time. Some can, some can't, and fortunately for Holshoff and Wojton, they are now, so that's a good thing.
Hey, Coach, sticking just with some of your own individual players, Wills and Raguzio, I've thought since going back to the Utica game in the Carrier Dome that they've been playing very well this year, making simple plays in their own end, and they also like to get involved offensively on the blue line, making smart plays, whether it's just a quick dish to the corner or making a nice spin move. I think Chris made this weekend, and nice backhand there, a very nice goal. Talk about those guys, because it looked like you moved them up to the starter role in the beginning of the game on Friday or Saturday last week.
Well, you summed it up. I mean, they're very consistent. They might not make the highlight reel goals. They might not make the big fancy plays, but just steady, consistent. You know what you're going to get. Play. For Chris, he's proven. We've put him up top, and it's no slam or disrespect to Reve or to Steven Johnson. They're both very good also. But many times it's not always just about the skill set as much as, kind of like the point guard in basketball, being able to distribute the puck, whether it's on power play or 5-on-5, making good decisions, having a pulse, who's hot, having a feeling for the game. And, you saw Chris, with a half slap shot pass to Holshoff backdoor, and another one off Timpanos. And, I think you're seeing him have just good awareness offensively and defensively, just making simple plays, getting back quickly to give himself time. And I think the same is true, with Wilsey, just consistent play, keeping it very simple but effective. And we're hoping that our other D can follow suit. I would agree with you. They've been very consistent, and that's a positive for us.
And Coach, if we just stick with the individual players here for the final question, except go to Cortland's. They have the leading scorer in D3 hockey. Zappia, he has 17 goals, 16 points, 16 assists for 33 points. When you play a player like that, where he's leading the nation in points, do you focus on him solely? Do you do anything to him, or do you just take it as a team game in that aspect?
We normally take it as a team game. Whether this Saturday night we'll actually dedicate one line to go against them all the time and take more of a defensive responsibility. We haven't decided yet. We'll watch a few more games here of them playing to see. But as we always say, individuals don't make a team. So with that, you could take the approach that, hey, if you shut him down and his line mates down, that they account for 60 or 70% of their scoring. So that obviously would make sense. You could take the other approach that he's leading the league in scoring, and we're leading the league in offense as a group, as a team. Let them worry about us. So you can go either way with it. Normally, we would have awareness, as we would say. We would be aware when he's on the ice to try to finish every check and make life difficult for them. Whether we will or not Saturday night remains to be seen. Obviously, he's having a great season. It's good to see as a senior. You like to see kids be rewarded. Coach Cardarelli, Joe's done a great job there getting the program on track and doing a lot of the little things the right way. I think they've come a long way. They're certainly, I think they're playing more like a team than they ever have, and it certainly will be no easy task. They'll be at home, and we want to make sure that we continue to play the way that we've been, as we've been saying all along, playoff type hockey. And what does that mean? So I think the consistency of it. You can't just be hot and cold. You need to have a consistent performance night in and night out.